Hello and welcome to ViveCrypto. I'm here with Steve and I'm Miriam, and today is our fourth episode, and we got prepared six interesting topics for you.
Our first one is huge crypto wind farm is going to be built in North Africa.
Yeah.
This is going to be a 900 megawatt size farm. When you got this information, when you looked at this and you said, all right, wind farm built in North Africa, what did you think?
What did I think?
Yes.
All right. First of all, Bitcoin mining is getting more expensive every day.
Yes.
And it is also destroying the environment because the cost of mining Bitcoins, it takes a lot of electricity. And so they're doing this to find solutions to both this problem about the electricity cost and the environment.
Yeah.
This also hopes to decrease the cost in Bitcoin mining.
Yeah, and that's a huge concern to actually the Bitcoin mining operation going forward. And that's why the second and third generation coins are fixated and focusing more on scalability through using less consumption of power through different methods. Like I said, so Math Steve in play here, right?
All right.
What is 900 megawatts? Had to figure out, right? A watt, which we deal with on a daily basis with our lights and stuff like that. 1,000 times that is a kilowatt. 1,000 times a kilowatt is a megawatt.
Okay.
So your common desktop computer, i.e. your most basic miner, right, takes up between 65 and 250 watts. If you perceive that it's going to have 900 megawatts and they're optimizing, you're talking about 3.6 million to 13 million possible computers. So this mining operation is going to be significantly bigger than I ever would have anticipated.
Yeah.
Absolutely. When I heard North Africa, I figured, well, there's a lot of big operations out in China and stuff like that. I'm sure.
Yeah, but you didn't think.
But yeah, absolutely did not get that take. So wow. Any other thoughts from you?
Yeah, no.
Okay, so one other thought with me was this reminds me of the gold rush in the United States, where at a point people actually were just running out of the rivers with pans and I got more gold. I got more gold. Yes, the gold rush in California.
Yeah.
Now, that was crypto mining. Everyone had the basic ability to get it. And now as it becomes an actual industry, those with money to buy the resources, i.e. to get gold now, you have to buy land, you have to buy specialized machines to pull it up and out of the earth. Yeah. There's no more just going through the rivers and collecting gold.
No, it's not possible.
No, it's not happening like that. So what I continue to look at is how great long-term ASIC miners are and how much of a buy they continue to be because they flush out problems like this.
All right.
Yeah.
So
all right.
We're getting to our second topic, which is Trump trade war.
Which is causing a spike. Yeah, so China, as of right now, is kind of losing this trade war. It's not like, there's a vote going on, but fiscally speaking, right?
Yeah.
The United States is prospering off of this, and China is not. And, however, the ball kind of, the momentum might be changing right now because the U.S. Senate just came in and voted to stop the tariff on 100 plus goods. Yeah. So that's going to give a lot of opportunities to kind of cut and go around that. However, though, in response to this, there is people who are in Japan who are trading off and trying to avoid these tariffs, which I completely understand. I mean, do you have any thoughts first? Yeah.
All right, yeah. I saw the one theory that Bitcoin is increasing its price. It's because of this. It's because investors are dumping their Chinese yuan into Bitcoin markets to escape the currency's devaluation following Trump's announcement on the tariff against the Chinese goods.
Yeah. What?
Yeah. So, oh, sorry. Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So yeah, when I read this, I thought like Trump might be like indirectly like making the price of Bitcoin go
Yeah,
up.
he might.
Even though it's like totally probably not what he wants.
Yeah,
but, like,
he has the inverse effect because of a lack of control and an actual good plan to put to action what he wants to happen. Yeah. The one last thought I had with all of this was very simply when it comes to tariffs, I just don't feel that they're fair. I believe in a free economy, and in that situation, if someone else can do the same job for cheaper and get that product to me, I don't think it seems fair to people around me that would not be able to compete with them, say, well, they have to pay extra fee because they're not from our country. I think that's just another level of discrimination, and I'm just not for tariffs in the general. So yeah, it's nice to see this be dodged around, you know? I'm not for that.
Okay.
All right, our third topic of the day. Bitmex breaks record with a turnover of over 1 million Bitcoins over a week. You know, right? We're breaking records every day one way or another.
Yes.
Bitmex breaking the Bitcoin trading volume record.
All right.
What do you think?
Okay, so I thought this might be related to our other topic about Trump trade war.
Everything's Trump coin.
Everything is about Trump.
Everything.
No,
he controls it all. No, yeah.
Okay, so Bitmex is it's based in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
And they don't serve United States people, so all of the trades that were going on were probably from Asia.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought this might be related to like people went to buy Bitcoin after Trump, and so obviously Bitmex.
Yeah, no, that's a really interesting.
So
that's a really interesting point because that's very possible.
Yeah.
That's very possible that those that are seeking tariff relief did go that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I looked at this and I kind of just went meh. And the reason I give that meh is because $5 billion worth of trades in 1 week. That would be remarkable if there wasn't several exchanges out there trading over $1 billion every single week. And compiling $5 billion in a week isn't even like 20 to 50%. It's a small relative percentage of all the Bitcoin being traded through multiple different sources. And you know, there's a lot of different sources, right?
Yeah.
So because of that, I just kind of look at this and I say, breaking records. What are we talking about? Trading, breaking records again and again and again. And this is why I stay so bullish on the exchanges. I mean, that, our middleman, our cross coins, all those sort of, our side chains, all those sort of situations in which their job is to optimize everything working together and getting minimal fees to make that optimization work. I think that there's a lot of people who look at this and say, oh, well, that's kind of what a bank does, or cross-chain, you know, middleman. We don't really need that. Well, the reality is we don't need a middleman who can send $200 from person A to person B and charge, say, $40. But if that middleman can send $200 to person A to person B and charge 3 cents, their middleman, and especially if they're faster and they connect a lot of things, there's a lot of use to that. And what you're seeing is those small pennies are adding up. The trade volumes are so huge. So yes, you just have to stay really bullish on the exchange, not just for now, but for years to come, because trading volume is already picking up and we're not even near highs. Imagine if we were at record highs, the kind of breaking numbers. So yeah, I love the exchanges. Keep flowing money into there. It pays off a long time in my opinion.
Okay.
All right, our next topic. EU issues a warning. It's the worrying warning coming from the EU. Go ahead.
Yeah,
good luck.
Okay,
good luck.
Okay.
Good luck.
Okay, so okay, they were saying that if banks and central banks were to issue their own cryptocurrency, it could be bad news for Bitcoin and the other cryptocurrencies.
That's a quote. That's a direct quote
from the EU. That's a direct quote.
Yes.
Like, they should be
Yes.
worried.
Yes.
So yeah, because they're saying cryptocurrencies could face competition from a coin that like a bank decided to issue. So okay, I really think that's ridiculous because okay, so I still in my belief that cryptocurrency is supposed to be decentralized, more
Absolutely.
private, more for like from the people for the people, and I think that's what drives people to go to cryptocurrencies.
Yeah.
I think no one really wants to be like controlled by a bank, and no one really wants to pay the fees for a bank, and like there's always one way or another that they're taking your money, like be it on fees or like exchange, so many ways. They're like they're making their own crypto. It doesn't make sense, and like they're saying that like the cryptocurrencies are already there, should be worried. I just don't think that's like real. I think they just want to be a part, and they like but
absolutely. They're just trying to jump on something that they feel maybe they could potentially just profit more off of.
But like exactly, they just want more money. They don't want to help anyone. They're not gonna bring anything new.
Of course.
They're not gonna
first of all, the banking industry is one of the oldest industries there are. Okay? We're talking Jesus flipped the banks in the Bible, okay? So based off of 2,000 plus years of going banking, is innovation in their repertoire? No. I absolutely don't see any innovation coming from that.
I agree.
And 100%. What I find so interesting about this is, their business model is completely on maintenance and fees, right? And as someone who gets charged huge fees by banks to get fiat currencies because I'm out of the country, upwards of like 10% conversion rates plus the ATM fees, right? I just don't even understand if I'm them, right? The average person has to do that. Isn't involved enough in Bitcoin. And they get $300 and they pay the bank basically a $30 fee. I don't see how they move over from that into like 3-cent fees. I don't understand how they make money long term, right? And like, again, like what you were saying with it, just not being innovative at all. I just could not imagine anything that a bank would think of other than connecting it to fiat currency, which is, we will connect you to a declining asset that you don't want a part of, hence you're in crypto. I am so confused by all of this.
I know.
But I'm sure there's people who are like, oh, here it is.
No,
this is the adoption we've been looking for.
Like, I agree with that, and I feel like there's gonna be actually a lot of people that are gonna be thinking that that's a good idea, and it's like it's just really it's really not.
It's not. I absolutely want to state, I don't believe there's any situation a bank coin becomes one of our top 10 coins. Okay,
no.
Bank of America coin, Santander coin, HSBC, call it what it is. It ain't gonna be top 10 coin. It's not going to have some sort of unique value that would give it the market capitalization it would deserve to be up there, right? And on top of there, like, the EU, because that is who we're speaking about.
Yes.
The EU is saying something which is just really stupid. And it's not the first time the EU has come out and done something very dumb. They just have a history of being kind of bad. Now, I understand the euro strong, but don't talk to me about the euro being strong when you had very recently a grouping of people that all wanted to break up and break into their own currencies. And on top, Greece went completely bankrupt under their tutelage.
Yeah.
So don't tell me they have any idea what's going on. They bankrupted an entire country. Okay? No, I don't want to hear about the EU. I just don't. The EU's got no more, just nothing, okay?
All right, so we have a next topic.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is something different. 5%, like only 5% of traders make money
Trading.
Yeah,
only 5% of traders are making money right now.
That's like a really low number.
That's an insanely low number. And that's what my mind thought. And then I went, and you know what? I actually searched this and I searched wrong. But it gave me a fun fact. That fun fact is, you know who else only 5% make money? Bloggers. Only 5% of bloggers actually pull in money. Ooh. Which makes sense because what you're talking about, you're separating the wheat from the shaft. You know, the good from the hard working, trying to get somewhere, right? The average person can do it, but does the average person really try to succeed?
Yeah, like
and when I looked into that, basically, it basically points to that most people just need to be educated first and foremost. I mean, I can't even imagine what percentage of those 95% that are losing have leveraged and been paying overnight leverage fees, not even recognizing that they're paying fees every single day because they're leveraged on an asset or something like that. So the same thing actually has happened historically in the stock market. Another very reciprocal fact is active day traders, 92% of them are long-term losers. Yeah. And the reason is, quite frankly, when you don't know what you're doing, the more you're trading, even though it might only look like, oh, it's only 1%, it's only 1%. Well, if you have 100% and you do 100 trades and you've ripped out 1%, you better know what you're doing. Or you're just ripping out your percentage. So it's a really big problem for novice traders is they think, I need to do more. And what they really need to do is sit back and do less. And they would prosper more. If they follow a coin and it goes up 30%, cool. If it's down 30%, maybe buy a little bit more. Okay. But don't make these instantaneous 5% moves thinking that's how people get rich, because that's not how people have gotten rich. I mean, historically, we watched the Rockefeller thing recently, but you know, like someone like Steve Jobs, he wasn't sitting there day trading. Yeah. You know, the guy, Jeff Bezos from Amazon, isn't day trading. He's building something and letting it go. So that sort of mentality is something that I really feel is missing in the market. People can't just relax, take a deep breath, and let it happen.
Yeah, no, okay, Leah, like you said, there's just a super lack of education about this.
Yeah.
I was reading about it, and it said as much as 2.5 million people in the United Kingdom casually invest in crypto, but they don't really fully understand their investment. They're just kind of like...
So you literally...
Click about it.
You have 2.5 million people in one, not even a giant country, right? In one country, basically looking at putting money in Bitcoin as a gamble. As literally, if you don't know what you're doing, you're gambling.
Yeah, like...
It's that simple.
They just didn't know enough, and like there was also a high percentage of people that don't even understand cryptocurrencies. But I think it's more like about they don't really bother to research what it is.
Yeah.
So I am actually not surprised about that, because I know personally a lot of people that like have no idea what it is, or like they just know like Bitcoin, like
but you mentioning it and then maybe reading one article is adoption, because they read one article this week, another article next month, and in 5-6 months they actually don't feel overwhelmed by all of it, and actually they're able to partake in, invest in, trade, etc., and not really go out there and just completely set their money on fire like apparently 95% of people are doing right now.
So
just don't do it.
What this really speaks about is just people need to be more educated about
absolutely. And absolutely, if you don't know what you're doing, don't overdo. I mean, if you're not the world's greatest basketball player, you probably shouldn't come out there and try to dunk, right? Mm-hmm. If you can't, just stick to what you can do.
Yeah.
If you can't do a lot, don't do a lot.
I know.
Don't try to.
It's also kind of like those people who like go to the gym and like instantaneously they want to do everything, like the heaviest, like never use anything.
Exactly. They're just gonna hurt themselves.
They just think more is better, but it's
Yeah.
This is not the case.
Yeah, that's how you hurt yourself, and that's how you end up quitting real quickly.
Yeah.
It's not sustainable.
Yeah.
So be more realistic with your own knowledge, what you can accept. A lot of people, the reason that they're out and down is because they put in an amount, they leveraged it, they lost it, and now they can't afford to put more money in. Well, why did you put it on leverage?
Yeah,
if you can't afford to lose it, why is it leveraged?
No,
what is happening
that's
here?
probably the case for a lot of these people.
Yes. All right, and our last, and here we go. We're going to end it off with a happy topic.
Yay.
Because it's happy
because we need
happy days.
Yes.
Too. Happy days. Here it is. Skrill accepts crypto swaps, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin Cash in 30 countries. This just poof happened.
Yeah.
Just poof happened. I'm a Skrill user. No, just happened.
Just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. They say now you can buy and sell crypto through their platform, and in the future they're also gonna make it possible that you can actually transfer like crypto to another. Like if I have
absolutely. Where we're gonna be able to send, just like we can send fiat currencies.
Yeah.
We're gonna be able to trade.
Like they're
crypto.
gonna make this really easy for everyone to just.
Yeah, and actually, I want to point to that real quickly. You were up and you were on there earlier with me, checking it out.
Yeah.
How let's just be dead realistic. The average exchange out there, let's just call them a 5. It only has 4 coins, but in terms of ease, usability, the small fees, etc., what would you have rated it?
Oh my gosh, like a 9 out of...
A 9 or 10, yeah,
like,
it looks perfect.
It is this thing, alright, like, I like other exchanges, but like at first look, they're confusing. Like, if you don't really know.
Yeah, especially because a lot of times you're not trading to your currency. It's a secondary coin to Bitcoin, which is rotating price to rotating price.
Yeah. And you just see these numbers and you have to
absolutely.
Like do a whole calculation and you don't really know. You can mess up really easy. But yeah, when we weren't into the Skrill, it was pretty easy to just like type the amount. And it like automatically tells you how much.
That to me, I mean, we might have another half hour of me just saying like, woo, Skrill did it. Because that's the honest to God truth. Okay, 30 countries, but Skrill is in over 30 countries. That's the important thing. Right. This is where it got opened up to, and they are by the book. So these 30 countries that it's in, you're not going to see like Skrill removing out of 10, 20 countries in 5-10 days. That's not happening. That's not in Skrill's DNA. Skrill is, for those that don't know, it's PayPal but worldwide. So actually it serves a wider base of customers.
All right.
It serves more currencies already. You know, you have euros, Mexico, US dollars. I'm not really sure of how many currencies off your top of your head, but I know that there's like at least 10. More. Yeah. I personally use this all the time. I love them. Little side note, not only do I use them, and that's how I get my cash here.
Yeah.
But I've met them in person, and when I tell you, these people are just fantastic. Again, very professional, but beyond that, I've run into, in my course about 6-7 years, like 3 or 4 problems with Skrill, just because I've done enough transfers, right? Nothing like the money got stolen, but I can't log in for right now for like a day or two, some sort of IP issue, blah blah blah, little things like that. And I've never, you get frustrated, but at the end, when you're done with it, normally when I'm dealing with a bank at the end, I'm more frustrated. When I was done, my problem was rectified, and I was no longer frustrated. So I personally love Skrill.
That normally never happens.
Yeah, no, and that's what I find. They've built themselves over a lot of years on fast, low fees, trying to get you currencies. This fits right with what they do. And the user base that uses this, it's like a PayPal user base, but more experienced because there are already multiple currencies.
Yeah.
So the average person on Skrill has already transferred from currency to currency, so conversions are not anything new to them. Yeah. And the coins that came on board are nothing new to them. So I think that the ability of these people getting these coins really, really pushes the altcoin market and the crypto market. I really just, I did a quick calculation, right? Like somewhere, call it 30 million views per day times 30 days. You're talking about 1 billion views with cash in their pockets. And it is a one button away from buy crypto. And once you buy that crypto, like I said, for these people, in my opinion, buying that crypto, this is the gateway drug. I mean, once you start getting Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin, what you look at is you look at the price, and then you go to Coinbase, coin market cap, right? And you look, and you're like, what are these other ones that are in between these? What's this EOS thing? What's that? What's this? And next thing you know, these people are invested in all the market. So I love this.
This really means super huge good news and more adoption.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. People talk about adoption. This is one of those levels. Like, who is going to be, in my opinion, the first big company with a giant subscriber base, super liquid, that actually jumps in? Skrill did it. Like, IBM comes out with the Lumens, and that's, like, in my opinion, a company putting their toe in the water, like with a pool, when you're like, is it warm? Is it cold? Can I go testing. In? Yeah. Skrill just came off and was like, cannonball.
I know.
Like, they just went, like, literally, they went for it. It's the honest to God truth. Yeah. Everyone else is afraid of doing this. PayPal is dead afraid of doing this because of, like, what might... Skrill was like, let's go, baby.
I know.
So I love this, and like I said...
It's awesome. Like, I opened a Skrill account, like, forever ago, and I never used it. But, like, I might actually...
Yeah, no, and that's another thing. It's already got it on top of all the user base that it already has. It has a ton of people signed up beyond that are non-frequent users. Yeah. That, yes, this is that turn of a button reason to really start to use it, especially if you're talking about quick and very low fees from fiat and, like, So, I'm going to go all the way bullish. We've been hearing all these crazy things. I'm not going to go 500,000 like I heard this week. I forget who.
There's always someone saying that.
Oh, yeah, it's how high can you count? Like a pentatrillion.
It's like...
Yeah.
I guess it'll be like 500.
Yeah. 500,000, 700,000. It's everyone just says a number and someone goes higher. But this is a realistic, I'm going to get real bullish here because this is what you wait for. You wait for a good piece of news that outskirts everything else, like African Wind. Everything else up here doesn't matter because Skrill just added this to that base. Yeah. And that's because of that news, I think that news propels us over the next month. My birthday's in September. Before my birthday, Bitcoin's at 10K, Ethereum's at 600 plus. Litecoin's at 120 plus. I'm not gonna guess Bitcoin Cash because I don't actively anything with it. So that's 20 plus returns all across the board, and I believe that September will be stronger for the altcoins. So time to load up, get in, get involved before everyone finds. So and I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope it makes a big difference. Yeah. The volume. Because I think we have a really good volume. We have changed a lot of settings.
Yeah, we've been working on that.
Make sure to comment, etc. Let us know.
Thank you very much for watching us, and we'll see you on our next episode.
Bye.